corner of our planet where the air itself bites, where breath turns to ice before it leaves your lips, life still exists. This is Oymyakon, Siberia, the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Here, temperatures drop below -60 degrees Celsius. Engines never rest. If you turn your car off, it freezes solid. Schoolchildren walk through clouds of ice fog, and the sun disappears for weeks. Yet behind every frozen window, warmth still lives. Families heat their homes with wood and coal. Meals are rich in meat and fat, not luxury, but survival. Every day here is a quiet act of defiance against nature itself. When morning light finally returns, it feels like a miracle. The river unfreezes, the people celebrate, and life begins again, proof that even in the coldest place on Earth, the human spirit refuses to freeze. This is not the end of the world, but it feels close enough to remind us how strong we really are. Imagine stepping outside, and your eyelashes freeze shut within seconds. Imagine a place where boiling water turns to snow before it hits the ground, where your phone dies in your pocket from the cold, where cars must run 24 hours a day, because if you turn off the engine, it may never start again. For most of us, this sounds like a survival scenario, a nightmare, the end of the world. But for thousands of people across the Arctic, this is just Tuesday. Welcome to the coldest lives on Earth. Today, we're traveling to 4 of the coldest inhabited places on the planet. Places where winter temperatures regularly drop to -40, -50, even -60 degrees Celsius. That's -76 degrees Fahrenheit for our American viewers. Cold enough to freeze exposed skin in under 5 minutes. We're not talking about research stations or temporary camps. These are real towns and cities where children go to school, where people fall in love, work jobs, raise families, and build entire lives in conditions that would kill most of us within hours. We'll visit Oymyakon in Russia, officially the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. Norilsk, one of the world's northernmost cities where 175,000 people endure months of polar night. Yellowknife in Canada, where modern technology meets Arctic extremes. And Ormit in Greenland, where traditional Inuit life continues at the edge of civilization. But this isn't just about how cold it gets. It's about how people survive, how they think, what keeps them there when they could leave. Because the real mystery isn't the temperature on the thermometer. It's the human spirit that refuses to freeze. Number 1. Oymyakon, Russia. Let's start at the coldest of the cold. The sign at the entrance reads, Oymyakon, the pole of cold. And it's not exaggerating. The official record temperature here is -67.7 degrees Celsius. That's -89.9 Fahrenheit. But locals claim it's gotten even colder, down to -71 degrees Celsius. But the thermometers literally froze and stopped working. About 500 people live here permanently, in a village that's a 2-day drive from the nearest city, Yakutsk. In winter, that drive becomes nearly impossible. So what does life actually look like at -60? First, forget about running water. Plumbing doesn't work when the ground is permanently frozen several meters deep. Most homes use outhouses, even in winter. Yes, you read that right. Imagine using the bathroom outside when it's -50 degrees. Cars are kept running all day, every day during winter. Turn off your engine, and the oil, fuel, and antifreeze will freeze solid. Some people have heated garages, but most can't afford that luxury. So engines run continuously from October to March. The sound of idling cars is the soundtrack of winter here. The local diet is almost entirely meat and fish. Nothing grows in permafrost. The traditional dish is stroganina, raw frozen fish sliced paper thin and eaten while still frozen. Locals say it tastes better than sushi. Imported fruits and vegetables arrive frozen solid and cost a fortune. There's a small market, but supplies are limited and expensive. Most families hunt and fish to supplement their food. Reindeer, horse meat, and fish caught from beneath the ice are staples. And here's something incredible. School is only canceled if the temperature drops below -52 degrees Celsius. Let that sink in. Children walk to school in -45 degree weather. That's considered normal. They wear layers upon layers, fur coats, felt boots, and face masks, but they still go. Why? Because life doesn't stop for cold. It can't. I've watched interviews with Oymyakon residents, and they all say the same thing: you get used to it. They laugh at people complaining about -10 or -20. To them, that's nothing. That's t-shirt weather. There's a pride in their resilience, a quiet strength. They're not trying to conquer the cold. They've learned to live with it, to respect it, to accept it as part of who they are. One resident told a journalist, "People who are weak, they leave. People who are strong, they stay." But Oymyakon is a village. What about a real city? Can a large population survive extreme cold? Let's find out.
Number 2. Norilsk, Russia. The frozen city. The population of Norilsk is 175,000. This is one of the northernmost cities in the world, located 300 kilometers above the Arctic Circle. Winter here lasts 9 months. The sun doesn't rise for 2 months during the polar night, and the average winter temperature hovers around -30 to -40 degrees Celsius, sometimes dropping even lower. But here's what makes Norilsk truly unique. It's not just surviving the cold. It's thriving despite it. Norilsk exists for one reason: mining. It's one of the world's largest producers of nickel and palladium, with massive metal smelting facilities that operate 24/7, even in the coldest weather. The smokestacks never stop, pumping out heat and, unfortunately, pollution that has made Norilsk one of the most polluted cities on Earth. The snow here sometimes turns black or red from the industrial fallout. But those same industries provide jobs, salaries significantly higher than the Russian average, and a reason for people to endure the cold. Unlike Oymyakon, Norilsk is a modern city. It has apartment buildings, supermarkets, schools, hospitals, even movie theaters and sports complexes. But everything is built for the cold.
Buildings are connected by enclosed walkways called galurkas, so people can move between structures without going outside. Heating systems are industrial grade, pumping warmth constantly. Water and sewer pipes run above ground, heavily insulated and heated to prevent freezing. The entire city is built on permafrost, so buildings are constructed on stilts to prevent the heat from the structures melting the ground beneath them. If the permafrost melts, buildings collapse. It's a delicate balance between staying warm and staying upright. Children still go to school. People still go to work. There are cafes, restaurants, and shops. Life continues, but with adaptations. Fashion here is purely functional. Everyone wears heavy fur coats, felt boots called valenki, and multiple layers. Style doesn't matter when frostbite can set in within minutes. Vehicles are specially modified for the cold: stronger batteries, Arctic-grade oil, engine block heaters. Public buses run continuously, their engines never turned off. Taxi drivers become heroes during the coldest days, charging premium rates to drive people short distances they'd normally walk. But there's a darker side. The polar night, where the sun doesn't rise for 2 months, takes a psychological toll. Vitamin D deficiency is common. Seasonal depression is widespread. Suicide and alcoholism rates are higher than the Russian average. Yet the city persists. Generations have been born here, lived their entire lives in the cold and darkness, and never left. Some because they have no choice. Norilsk was a closed city until recent years, requiring special permission to visit or leave. But many stay because it's home. One Norilsk resident said in an interview, "People from other places think we're crazy. Maybe we are, but we have something here: community, purpose. We're survivors." Not everyone can say that. From Russia's industrial Arctic, let's cross an ocean to North America, where modern technology meets ancient cold. Number 3. Yellowknife, Canada, where modern meets Arctic. Canada, capital of the Northwest Territories. Population, around 20,000. This is the coldest capital city in North America, where winter temperatures regularly hit -30 to -40 degrees Celsius. But unlike our previous locations, Yellowknife represents something different: a modern, relatively wealthy city that has embraced Arctic life rather than just endured it. Yellowknife has everything you'd expect from a Canadian city: high-speed internet, modern schools, hospitals, shopping malls, restaurants, even a thriving art scene. But it also has ice roads, dog sledding, and a culture deeply connected to indigenous Dean traditions. The city sits on the shores of Great Slave Lake, one of the deepest lakes in North America. In summer, it's a beautiful body of water. In winter, it becomes a highway. Ice roads form across the lake, thick enough to support 18-wheeler trucks carrying supplies to diamond mines and remote communities. These ice roads exist for only a few months each year and are crucial to the economy. Modern technology helps, but the cold still wins sometimes. Smartphones die within minutes outside. Car batteries fail regularly. Even with block heaters and garages, vehicles struggle to start. Most people have a winter car they don't care about, because the cold destroys vehicles faster than rust ever could. Fashion here is a mix of high-tech and traditional. Canada Goose parkas, designed specifically for Arctic conditions. Sorrel boots rated for -40, but also traditional mukluks and fur-lined garments that indigenous peoples have used for centuries, because sometimes old technology is the best technology.
Schools operate normally, even in extreme cold. But there's a rule: if it's -40 or colder, outdoor recess is cancelled. Otherwise, kids play outside. They learn to respect the cold from a young age. What's fascinating is that children here grow up with a completely different relationship to winter. They ice skate on frozen lakes, go snowmobiling, learn to build Quin's his snow shelters, and understand survival skills that most kids in the world will never need. Yellowknife has turned its extreme location into an asset. It's one of the best places on Earth to see the aurora borealis, the northern lights. Tourists from around the world pay thousands of dollars to fly here in winter, stay in heated teepees, and watch the sky dance with green and purple light. The city has built an entire industry around aurora tourism, with specialized tour, photography workshops, and cultural experiences. They've taken what could be seen as a disadvantage and turned it into a feature. So why do people live here when they could easily move to warmer parts of Canada? The answers vary. Some for work mining jobs pay well. Some for the lifestyle outdoor recreation, tight-knit community, stunning natural beauty. And some simply because they were born here and can't imagine living anywhere else. One resident told a documentary crew, "Yeah, it's cold, but cold is manageable. You dress for it. You prepare for it. What you can't find in warmer places is this sense of community, this connection to nature, this feeling that you're living on the edge of something wild and beautiful." From modern Canada to our final destination, a place where traditional life continues as it has for centuries, despite the cold.
Number 4. Itokorturmit, Greenland life. At the edge, the population is only about 350. We visited this place in our previous video, but we need to return because it represents something crucial: traditional Arctic life surviving in the modern world. This is one of the most remote settlements on Earth, on Greenland's eastern coast, surrounded by sea ice for 9 months of the year. Temperatures regularly drop to -30 or -40, and the polar night lasts for months. Unlike Yellowknife's modern infrastructure or Norilsk's industrial power, Itokorturmit survives through traditional methods that have kept people alive in the Arctic for thousands of years. Hunting is not a hobby here. It's survival. Seal, walrus, polar bear, narwhal, and muskox provide meat, oil for lamps, and skins for clothing. These aren't trophies, they're necessities. Dog sledding isn't tourism, it's transportation. Snowmobiles exist, but they break down. Dogs don't. A good dog team can travel across sea ice, through storms, and return home even when visibility is zero. They've saved countless lives. Traditional Inuit clothing is specifically designed for extreme cold. Caribou or sealskin parkas with the fur facing inward for warmth, polar bear skin pants, sealskin boots. These aren't fashion statements, they're survival equipment refined over millennia. Modern synthetic materials can't match them in the most extreme conditions. Homes are small, well-insulated, heated by oil stoves. Fuel is expensive, shipped in once a year when the ice breaks. Running out of fuel in winter could mean death, so rationing and planning are essential. But perhaps the most crucial survival tool isn't physical, it's mental. People in Itokorturmit don't fight the cold. They accept it. They work with it. They understand its rhythms, its dangers, its beauty. The cold isn't an enemy, it's a fact of life, like gravity or time. There's a Greenlandic concept called pekasonic, the feeling that what will happen will happen. A certain acceptance, a resilience, a refusal to panic even in dire circumstances. This mindset has kept Arctic peoples alive for thousands of years. Isolation forces community. Everyone depends on everyone else. If someone's house runs out of fuel, neighbors share. If someone is injured, the community mobilizes. There's no anonymity here, no individualism that sacrifices the group. In our previous segments, we saw different types of cold weather communities: industrial, modern, rural. But here in Itokortormit, we see perhaps the most important survival strategy of all: cultural continuity. Traditional knowledge passed down through generations, teaching not just how to survive the cold, but how to live with dignity and purpose despite it. Conclusion: we've traveled from the coldest village on Earth to an industrial Arctic city, from a modern Canadian capital to a traditional Greenlandic settlement. For very different places, for different approaches to the same challenge, surviving at -60 degrees Celsius. So what have we learned? First, that humans are extraordinarily adaptable. We've conquered deserts, jungles, mountains, and ice. We can survive almost anywhere if we're determined enough. Second, that survival isn't just about technology. Yes, modern heating systems help. Yes, insulated clothing makes a difference. But the real survival tool is mindset. It's the mental resilience to wake up every morning, look at the thermometer showing -50, and still get dressed and go about your day. Third, that community matters more than comfort. Every single place we visited, people mention community as a reason for staying. When conditions are harsh, humans band together. We remember that we need each other. Something we've perhaps forgotten in our comfortable, individualistic modern world. But here's what strikes me most: none of the people we talked about seemed miserable. They weren't counting the days until they could escape to somewhere warmer. They were living full, meaningful lives.
A teacher in Oymyakon guiding students through lessons. A miner in Norilsk providing for his family. A tour guide in Yellowknife sharing the aurora with visitors. A hunter in Itokortormit continuing traditions thousands of years old. They've found something that many of us spend our whole lives searching for: purpose, community, and a deep connection to place. The next time you step outside and complain about the cold, remember, somewhere on Earth, people are living, thriving, and finding joy at temperatures that would literally kill you in minutes. They're not superheroes. They're not specially evolved. They're just humans who've decided that home is worth the cold. And maybe that tells us something important, that the human spirit, when truly tested, doesn't break. It adapts. It endures. It thrives, even at -60 degrees. So, could you do it? Could you live in any of these places? I'm honestly not sure I could. I complain when my apartment drops below 20 degrees Celsius. The idea of -40 being a normal Tuesday? That's almost unimaginable. But I'm in awe of the people who do it. They've reminded me that humans are capable of so much more than we think. That comfort is nice, but it's not everything. That sometimes the harshest places create the strongest communities. If you enjoyed this journey to Earth's coldest places, please hit that like button. It helps more people discover these incredible stories. Subscribe if you want more explorations of how people live in extreme environments. And let me know in the comments, which location fascinated you most? Could you handle -60? And what other extreme places should we explore? Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter how cold it gets where you are, at least you're not in Oymyakon. Stay warm, everyone.